Hello everybody and welcome back for more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. In the last episode, we started taking a dive down to the depths in Atlantis, and in this episode, we're going to go even deeper down to the sea bottom. And so, we're pretty much going to finish up what there is that's left down in the in these ocean depths and all that. So, yeah, let's get her killing another one of those inkies right there. Just, violent tentacles for no reason other than, just swap us around there. So, first and foremost, I do apologize for this sun delay. My videos have been going absolutely slow because, for one thing, I was, very much busy, not just with work schedules and all that, but also because, I had a lot of, college assignments I had to do, and also a lot of other plans, which I'll probably just, explain quite a bit. Well, I mean, I got this, video recorded, and the next one after that, then I think I'm also gonna take a break at some point. Well, just just afterwards. So, that aside, though, this here is actually the locker area, and we see there's a lot of these lockers. What I want to do first is I want to get to there's that empty honeycomb piece and that seamy fish. Except that goddamn swell belly keeps on getting in the way. That's one thing I absolutely hate about this is that with these swell bellies getting in the way, and you'll take damage, and then you'll end up having to start over because then Banjo takes damage because they'll still get to Banjo and he will still take damage even while using the talon torpedo. So that's definitely the one drawback. I also didn't mention that the one thing I also don't like about the talon torpedo is the control. The control is very it's very finicky to control here because just use the analog stick to just move around move around Kazooie, and then you just press and hold A for her to start moving through. But then it's actually like the steering that's way too how do I say it? Yeah, just difficult in general. So what I would recommend you do is that you want to do first-person mode just by pressing the FC button, and then you actually be able to control it that way. It actually does feel easier like that. So we can't really go through this corridor down there because we're down that crevice because apparently the water pressure is just too much for Banjo at this moment. So yeah, even though Mumbo uses magic to oxygenate the entirety of the deep sea in this level, apparently that's the one exception is that we can't really go any further because that's where the oxygen ends there, and so yeah, it's too much for the water pressure. So, what can we do to do about that? We can't really go any further now, so, and there's that crevice, so what shall we do? Whatever shall we do? Well, there's one area in Atlantis that we haven't explored just yet, and there's a globo down there, oh yeah, I bet you must be wondering, where the hell is Wumbo's wigwam? Well, before we find it, though, there's actually one more steamy fish, and look at that! A jiggy! There is a jiggy in there! I did mention there was going to be a jiggy, and we see it in there, so look at that! Well, let's go get it first, because, it's there, it's a jiggy, so we had to get those things, right? That's the whole point. So, that's what Banjo-Kazooie is in a nutshell. Well, those two games, we had to get those jiggies. And like I said, they're always randomized in each of the areas. Well, they're all kind of selective areas, so there you go. And in my case, it's in the same area here. So where the hell is Wumbo's wigwam? Well, it's right there. Yeah, that's where it is. Just all the way down there. And it's partially filled with water, though, and yet somehow all the decorations and some of the accessories are able to survive. Like even the spellbook, it didn't even get soggy. You would think that a lot of the things would get soggier. So yeah, she's having a flooding problem, and yet it's fine. It's fine that way. So anyway, so let's go and well, she says jump into Wumbo pool, but more like diving into Wumbo pool. It's like, and the water is actually just within, or the Wumbo pool is actually still within the water without even filling up the rest of the water at all. We're just regular water. So I mean, I guess it's probably because of the magic of the Wumbo pool. That could be what it is. So anyway, so this transformation for this level here, this is the submarine. And so the submarines, it's kind of cool. I mean, again, underutilized though, but it's kind of a cool thing here. You'd actually be able to go around all around underwater at all costs. Press B and then use the sonar, and then if you press the Z button, you can actually fire off the torpedoes. And it's actually kind of cool as well. Just fire them off there, and then just like that there, and then they actually just go on the distance. They don't really disappear because of the draw distance, but you can actually just shoot them off. You can even do that in first-person mode, and also kill these enemies right there. Unfortunately, though, I don't think the homing has applied to the torpedoes, though. So yeah, that kind of sucks, though. And as you can see here, the town center is highlighted yellow, which means you can't really go to the town center as a submarine because well, you know, they don't work very well on dry land. So we have to stay in the stay underwater at all costs. And yeah, you press and hold A to actually accelerate the submarine, and then just steer everything along seg. So now that we're the submarine, we can actually go down there to the crevice that we couldn't go to before. And oh, hi Grunty.
Got down here at last, eh? How about trying my little shooting challenge? Score 60 points, and I might give you a prize. Do you need instructions?
Yeah, sure, might as well. Alright, so these guys, you remember those guys, right? These are the shrapnels. They were from Banjo-Kazooie originally. We first encountered them in Treasure Trove Cove, only this time, in this game, they're actually, they're only used for this minigame, though. So what you do is that, you know, you just go around and then you just have to shoot them, shoot the colorful ones. And just like all the other minigames, each of the points corresponds to what color they are. So yeah, blue is 3, green is 2, and red is 1, so. And I think she said that you need to get at least 60 points worth to actually get the Jiggy. So that's what we want to do. So I do believe that's supposed to be the point threshold for this. And it's always best to actually just go into first-person mode. As a matter of fact, the first-person mode in this game is always the easier option. You know, instead of just going to third-person mode, because you know you get so much better aiming with this here just by using the reticle. So that's all you have to do. Just keep shooting on all the mines here, and then they always, and I think they always respawn too. So they're just like an endless amount. So you don't really have to worry about a certain number of the shrapnels just appearing. They always just they seem to be just respawning infinitely. So. Yeah, just keep doing what you do, and then just make sure you get them all before the time runs out. So, and then last few seconds there, and then there we go.
Rats! You luckily scored enough points to win my prize.
And that prize, of course, is a Jiggy. And watch as past me actually just goes around aimlessly because I forgot where the Jiggy was supposed to be. Yeah, I was kind of going around in circles because, the Jiggy is actually just right behind me, though, but I forgot where it was, and so I just keep on circling around and just steering the submarine around, and then, yeah, I kind of got lost in that one, but it's actually on the lowest, the lowest kind of platform that you see here, the lowest formation. See, there it is, right there. Now, as soon as you collect the Jiggy, though, you actually just boot it out of this area because, as soon as you go back in, it's just for the minigame. You can actually still go back in there and just play the minigame as many times as you want to, but you don't really get to explore much in there, so yeah. Alright, so next stop, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and warp back. Now, technically, where I'm going to go next, so you actually can use the submarine. It's actually so much easier like that, though. But I actually want to go back to playing as regular Banjo-Kazooie, because if I do so, then I actually have some more of the challenge. Using the submarine for this one is a little easier. But, I kind of want to make this more challenging because I'm that much of a masochist. And what is it that I'm getting at, you may ask? Well, we'll see in a sec here. But for first things first, though, I actually want to go around and to take a look at the locker. So if you actually see here, just some Easter eggs. If you actually look closely at the names that's placed in the lockers, if you can see here, to those of you who've done enough research, those names are actually the very same staff members who developed this game in Rare's headquarters. So you see, we have, like for instance, we have G Males. That's Greg Males. He's the designer of both this game and also Banjo-Kazooie. He's also Steve Males' brother as well. So so Greg Males was basically the designer of the game itself, while Steve Males is the character designer. So there you go. So yeah, they're basically the main directors for this one. And so yeah, that's pretty good to throw it out there. So anyway, let's go in here. This is actually Davy Jones' locker, so it says D Jones. So yeah, see, Davy Jones' locker. So let's see what's in there.
Hey, Banjo! I can see a Jiggy down there.
Let's take a look.
Alright, we shall see. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hi there, anglerfish. Lord Woo Fact, self-important anglerfish. What's with the name, though?
What? Who dares intrude on Lord Woo Fact while he sleeps in his appallingly cramped locker?
Oh, we've just brought some mail for you, Lord Fack.
Don't lie to me. You were going to steal my Jiggy and drain my home, leaving me to flap pathetically around at the bottom until I shriveled up and died, weren't you?
Something like that.
Then a watery grave awaits you.
Alright, folks, so here we have Lord Woo Fact. And so, for some strange reason, like, he's an anglerfish and he has a lure, and those of you who don't know, only female anglerfish have lures, males don't, so that doesn't make any sense at all. So what we gotta do is, well, see here, see these boils right here?
Aye! Me precious boils!
Yep, so that's actually his weak point there. So you see those flashing things, those would be his boils, and so, that's actually what we have to shoot at them for. And you can only do that whenever they flash. So yeah, if you see it flashing, that's when you have to shoot at it though. So that only happens you know, as long as the flash is here. And you can only use that with the grenade eggs. Now, thankfully though, even if you actually touch him, like you don't really take damage though. But the only way he attacks is that he shoots off these electrical energy balls right at you from his lure. So that's actually the only way that that he ever attacks. And so, yeah, that's basically all you gotta do, is just, shoot at the boils, and that's all the rest. So it's, not too hard, I would say. And yeah, I can see here, despite the fact that this game is rated E for everyone, when you shoot the boils, blood comes out. That's just gross and rather, graphic, I would say. Especially for a game that's targeted towards the younger audiences. So, yeah. And also, speaking of adult-rated stuff here. So, Lord Wu Fact, to those of you who might be reading too deep into this, well, actually, you might not be wrong here. So, the name itself actually comes from one of the Rare developers. I forgot what his name was, though, but he was one of the engineers, and so whenever something goes wrong, he actually shouts out, fuck. But then whenever he gets to work, he shouts out, woo! Yeah, like that there, like this here. But yeah, that's basically where it comes from. But because of the fact that this game is rated E, they actually had to change it to where now it's called FAQ. So yeah, that's what its fucking name is. You fucking shits. Oh man. So yeah, that's kind of what the joke is here. So that's why they kind of named it that. So that's all there is. Now, yeah, just make sure you avoid for the energy balls, and then there we go.
Woo! Have you no sympathy hitting a poor blind fish? Time I opened my eyes to see what I'm doing.
Alright, so yeah, folks, you see that his HP has been restored back to 6. Yep, that's right. This is this boss fight actually has 2 phases. So yeah, it's actually the only kind of boss fight to have a second phase. And so in this one, he opens his eyes, and so now he actually shoots bubbles at you to actually trap you in. And then once you're incapacitated, then that's when you shoot these electrical balls at you to actually try to hurt you. So yeah, make sure to avoid the bubbles too. So over there you won't get sunlocked. Now, how exactly do we defy him in this phase, you may ask? Well, now that his eyes are open, here's what we gotta do. Just shoot him in the eyes. And that's about it.
Please, not my eyes.
And so, yeah, just repeat this whole process, and that's about it. Technically, though, at least the amount of HP that he has, it's actually the same as in the first phase. Now, one thing I do want to point out, though, is that it is actually recommended that you fight him while in the submarine form, because it's actually so much easier. Because one thing, the torpedoes that you shoot as a submarine are infinite, so you actually have infinite ammo there. And so yeah, that's actually what makes the whole thing easier. But here's the thing though, you actually still can fight this as a regular Banjo-Kazooie, but the thing about it is though is that it's actually a little bit tougher because for one thing, well, I mean, it could be easier, it could be mitigated by the fact that swimming's a little faster though, but submarine Banjo's a little faster actually. But I think I do finish this fight though, don't I? Yeah, I think I do. The thing about it is, though, is that you can actually shoot with the grenades, but your ammo is actually finite, so you have to make sure to collect the as much grenade eggs as you can to stock up there. And then there we go. So that was Lord Wu Fact there. There we go.
Curses! Things seem to have gone belly up. 100 years of oceanic tyranny brought to an undignified end.
And so with that, there is our Jiggy right there. That just dropped down out of there. And we can escape too. Yay! So yeah, that was just about it. It was a pretty long boss fight though, but it's not too difficult, I would say. So we can go ahead and just go down and get the Jiggy right there. Now, what we can also do is that if you actually just linger around here, Lord Wu Fact will actually say some random dialogue and whatnot, and some trivia and all that. What you can also do though, you can actually just be a dick and then shoot me in the eyes again. And then, yeah, he actually just, calls you out for that, and just tells you to stop. And he actually says some other things, too, some other interesting trivia. He also tells you that he used to be a hero. And he also says that apparently he knows Banjo's father. Well, at least Banjo or Kazooie's father and all that. Because, they have parents. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that the Banjo actually does have parents. And same with Kazooie. It's just, we never get to see them at all, though. Because the only known relative that Banjo ever has is, Tootie, his sister. So that's actually about it. But that's it, really, though. So, we never really get to know his parents, though. Even though I'm definitely sure he does have parents. We just don't get to meet them. Alright, so that's all there is here. So that's all we can do in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. But first, before we leave, though, if you remember, we just rescued Mary and Maggie. That means we can go back into Jolly's Tavern here, and so we get our Jiggy here. Thanks for rescuing my partner.
Think nothing of it.
No, honestly, I'm rather pleased. How about a tankard of my finest ginger beer on the house? Perhaps later. Then please accept this modest little trinket instead. Alright, and there we go. There's our Jiggy right there. Yay! So, yeah, that's going to be our last Jiggy for now after, before we leave because, there's nothing else we can do, so we'll have to come back later. And let's go and talk to Mary and Maggie real quick. Thanks for rescuing me from the bile-infested innards of that ferocious sea monster. Actually, it was just a very large fish. It seemed like a monster to me. And yeah, I mean, no worries there. And yes, I know I never really commented on people just point out about the stereotypes of what they are though. But I just didn't want to say. I mean, it actually looks very much like with Mary Maggie, for instance. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be transgender or something though. So that's probably what it is there. So anyway, so yeah, that was my game totals for Jolly Roger's Lagoon. So yeah, there's the other collectibles that we haven't gotten that we can't really get yet. So yeah, like I said, so yeah, just like before, we'll be back, in one of the backtracking videos. So anyway, so that's it for this level right now. And so next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we're gonna do, of course, as always, more backtracking stuff to do and all that cool stuff there. Not much Jiggies to collect, I don't think, though, from what I recorded for the next episode, though. So there's just going to be some other things and just making some more progress there. So anyways, until next time, I will see you guys later.